Hi, I'm Kevin Thomas, and welcome to the At Home Film Festival. I love movies, and I love bringing this show to you. This week, I am doing a movie about movies. Yes, filmmaking. It's not a documentary, they're all narrative features, but it's movies that kind of look at films and filmmaking and stars behind the movies that we've all loved. I'm going to skip great ones like Singing in the Rain because you don't need my help finding this wonderful film. It's actually my favorite musical, and it's well known. Each week, I do try to find 7 movies, one for each day of the week, or you could binge them all if you want. And I try to uncover movies that may have been forgotten or older or you just aren't aware of. So let's find 7 movies that are about movies. Let's go now. Our first movie, The Stunt Man, is kind of long forgotten, unfortunately, even though it did receive 3 big Academy Award nominations: Best Actor, Peter O'Toole in a sublime, beautiful performance as a movie director, and it was up for Best Director and Best Screenplay. This film, which you could find at Canopy and many other free streaming channels like Tubi, is really wonderful about a man who's a fugitive who stumbles onto a movie set. Literally, he doesn't know they're making a film, and they realize he can make a great stuntman, so he gets all involved in the movie and the dramas behind it. Oh, the makeup's great, the music, the editing, everything about this movie, I applaud. You need to watch The Stunt Man, it's really good. And it also reminds me what a great actor Peter O'Toole was. And Barbara Hershey's in this, and she's pretty terrific too. This is supposed to launch the career and movies of Steve Railsback, who did well, and he also was great on some made-for-TV movies. Actually, it did do well at the box office considering the studio had no support behind it. They kind of kept it on the shelf for a year because they didn't know how to market it. So they just said one day, okay, let's just release this sucker and see what happens. Well, it got a lot of attention from film festivals, and it ended up winning awards as well as Oscar nominations. So it's really worth your time. So check out The Stunt Man before it's too late. He's fallen off a cliff. Oh no! Another great movie about movies is The Player from Robert Altman, who was also nominated for an Oscar for this. This movie is decades and decades old, so a lot of you don't even know what it is or heard of it, but it's on HBO, so find it now. It really shows me a lot about filmmaking. It shows how they do a pitch. It has scenes from fake movies. It's got so many cameos from stars. It has a murder in it that they're trying to solve. It's really, really good. So if you want to watch movies about movies, I would definitely seek out The Player. Look at all those stars. Wow, never-ending stars. Yes. Oh, then there's Get Shorty on TCM Today and on Paramount Plus. Wow, this really should have been an Oscar nominee with John Travolta. He was terrific. He won the Golden Globe. Everyone thought he was going to get an Oscar nomination. He plays kind of a loan sharky thug guy that has an interest in filmmaking, so he decides he should just talk to the people in the film industry and see what he could do about becoming one of them instead of a thug. It became a TV series, so that's how much this movie was beloved. But I bet you a lot of people that watched the TV series didn't realize it's based upon this movie, which should be a classic. It's very funny, it's charming, it's witty, it's everything you'd want in a great film. And it wasn't the hit at awards time that it really should have been, because it's damn terrific. Then we have My Week with Marilyn, also on HBO. I really had so many movies to pick from, and I just tried to find the more undiscovered ones. But with the recent Netflix movie Blonde, which had a great performance, but a little long, so I found this one that I remembered, My Week with Marilyn, which has Michelle Williams in an Oscar-nominated, I think should have won, performance. Kenneth Branagh, who was also nominated. It just takes a week's period of Marilyn's life where she is viewed and supported by some young man that's got to sort of care for her. And he sort of course, like the rest of the world, gets smitten with her. Oh, what a nice movie. And this takes place at the end of her career, just in a 1-week time frame when she was doing the movie The Prince and the Showgirl with Laurence Olivier, which was Branagh, who was fantastic. Oh, Another gem that you need to seek out. We're going a little further back in movie making. We're back to 1974 and the Day of the Locust, which you could buy just for $4.99 on Amazon Prime, and which I did. Once again, a missed opportunity for an Oscar nomination because Karen Black is magnificent in this as a movie extra who, like many, many young actresses, has the desire to be a big star. So she does what she can to get there, whether it's pimping out her father to make money selling a product, or it's befriending an art director who works on the film, or just sort of letting a disturbed man, Donald Sutherland, kind of take care of her while she's trying to sort out her life. It's not a melodrama, even though it's melodramatic. It seems real in many ways. And that ending comes out of left field. It does not even seem the path this movie was going down, so that was quite surprising. A lot of things reach ahead at the ending, which will come as a shock to you as well as me, and make you think about it for quite a long time after the film is over. Wow. The Star with Bette Davis was not even a hit at all. It actually flopped. You could watch it for a few dollars on most streaming devices. Betty, though, did get an Oscar nomination, and I think about this movie quite a bit, even though I don't see it that often. She plays an actress who was once at the top of her career, and now the money's run out. She's got to go be a sales girl at a store. And then a comeback, it comes to her, but she botches it because she thinks she knows better about how to perform than the director. So she had an opportunity and she let it slip through her fingers. No wonder she got an Oscar nomination. She's terrific in it. That scene where she's doing the screen test, which she thought belittles her as an actress of her caliber, was really the scene that I will always, always remember about this movie. On a fun note, this is sort of a transition for Natalie Wood as her daughter, because she's no longer the little girl, but she's not quite yet a woman. Did Britney Spears do a song like that? Anyway, for Betty's performance alone, you should seek this out and watch the scene where she does the screen test in particular, because she ruins it and it's at her own hand. Okay, I'm kind of cheating on our last film, What Price Hollywood, because I try to find movies you could stream, whether free or for a few dollars. And this one comes on TCM quite a bit. I don't see it scheduled right now, so you'd have to buy the DVD. But this is actually the basis of all those A Star Is Borns. So why wouldn't I include A Star Is Born when I'm talking about Hollywood? But there were 4 A Star Is Borns, and even before all of those, in pre-code Hollywood, was What Price Hollywood, about a has-been man who's a drunk star who finds a young waitress and he helps mold her into a star. That sounds exactly like A Star Is Born. So this movie is grittier because it was pre-code. This movie is similar to those. It's got a lot of behind-the-scenes film stuff. I really, really like this. I like every A Star Is Born that ever was, but this one in particular really stuck out to me, especially because it's the original. It was Oscar nominated for Best Screenplay back in like 1931. The funny thing is, the first A Star Is Born, 1937, won a Best Screenplay, and it didn't even give this movie credit. There was a whole legal battle between this and that. But anyway, and another fun tidbit is this movie was directed by George Cukor, who directed so many great movies and won his own Oscars. They asked him to direct the first A Star Is Born, but he said it was too much like the movie he already directed. But then he directed the Judy Garland 1954 version of A Star Is Born. Anyway, just you could like tag this to watch it what's on TCM or some other channel, or buy the old-fashioned DVD. It's really, 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 really a good movie. Didn't have release. Promise. Well, that's our show of the week. Thank you for tuning in. I would have included this film, Silent Movie, which is about making silent movies, but it was in the sound era by Mel Brooks. It's very, very funny, but I can't find it anywhere to tell you to go get it, so just have to wait one day. But I do hope to see you next week, so come on back. And until then, please share and subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe and share, and please comment. And I've been so good lately. I've been getting all these likes, so keep liking. Oh, there's Burt Reynolds in his sexy days. Liza, too. Wow, they're all in the... Anne Bancroft. Everybody's in Silent Movie. Let's find it together, okay? See you next week. Bye-bye.